Hey, they better call a paramedic in the street. I got leverage in the street. I'm a California nigga and I'm heavy in the streets.
22 or 23, I'm heavy with the heat. Hit you with this chop, paramedics can't save you. Really in the field, come on, bro, I know that ain't you. 2018, hell no, I ain't gon' fade you, go paint you. TDE and SOB, we can't lose.
Welcome, comic nerds. My name is Josh. I am a comic book artist, and I will be drawing in my sketchbook, showing you guys how to draw Black Panther. So let's get into it. So if you're drawing a superhero, they're probably doing an action or something, like just not standing there. I mean they could, but usually characters in a comic book, they're doing something, fighting or whatever. So they're usually in action, fighting. So what we're going to do is draw Black Panther leaping toward the camera. So what I usually do when I draw is I do a sketch. I usually start with the eyes or the head, but since it's like really dynamic figure or pose, draw his head first. So obviously when you're sketching, you want to go really light, but if I go as light as I want, the camera won't probably pick it up. So just gotta bring it around. Most of this I'll explain before I draw it, and then draw it and it'll be sped up. Alright, so you have basic head shape. Kind of looks like a potato, but I could always make it shorter or whatever later when I'm actually doing the drawing. Okay. So next you want to do the pose that you want. You want to add the biggest features first, actually. So in this one, he's leaping forward with his left arm forward, front, or up, I guess, and then his right arm back. And Black Panther has huge claws, so we're gonna have his hand. I mean, this is his thumb, and his claw right here. Okay, that doesn't look right. That doesn't look right at all. Okay. Since I messed that up, we have to kind of bring it out more this way. I'm just looking at the picture now, so I can see a little bit easier. Okay, so we bring it like round, because his claws come like this, so his thumb is round. And then his claw is straight, and then kind of comes in. Alright, and since this is a comic character, his like limbs or whatever is more front is kind of exaggerated, right? So we want to bring this around, and then his index finger to be coming down. Also a claw. So all these fingers are gonna be sharp because he has claws. And then I'm gonna bring this around. Since this is an angle, comes around, more round this way, and it comes up kind of more straight. And you want to repeat this for other fingers, and you should be good. Okay, now we have all the fingers down. What we want to do is make it look like his arm is kind of back into space, so it's coming forward to us, right? So what we want to do is, we don't usually would bring the hand like down here, right, the palm, but that's not what we want to do. It might look decent, but you want to bring it like it's going back in space. So you want to make it further down. I mean, not further down, further up. Or higher up, whatever. So it'll be kind of look like that. And this would come down a little bit like that. So now I'm going to draw his arm connecting to his body, his torso. So bring the wrist down. This is his forearm. You gotta kind of, it's called foreshortening when you draw something in perspective, going into space. This is his other, oh, I don't know why it's curved. The part of his arm. And then this is his bicep. Yeah, bicep. And then part that goes in, right? Then we have the other part of his arm. I think this is the tricep, sort of like that. Probably like, well, how does it go? So, oh wait, I think I made it too long. And actually, yeah, I did this wrong. What you want to do is bring this side more this way instead of straight. So we'll go like that, and then his arm would come around a little bit, so it wouldn't come straight down, because it's kind of going toward his body, which is over here. And then, if you have the fingers in the hand and the arm, you want to draw the shoulder part, which would come off like this. We'll connect to his head, or well, the back of his neck, but his head's in the front, so you can't see it. And then you want to draw the other side. And since this arm is back, it's kind of like his collarbone's kind of straight, right? It will go in a straight line. So since this one's up, this one would go down a little bit. So it would come down on an angle, kind of like that, but a little bit short. And then his shoulder would come out. This is where his shoulder comes out. Make it kind of round. Alright, looking good so far. Okay. And his collarbone. And in the middle of the head. That's where the middle of the body is, because he's going to be coming down. So then, you draw this one kind of going up, like I said, because it'll have to line up with this. And then boom, that's how you have the first arm. And since you won't really see most of this arm because it's going to go back into space, so the shoulder will be covering it. So draw like a kind of a line here so you know that it's back. And then this arm's coming out. That's probably the extent of his arm until you get to his other thumb. Kind of curve down a little bit because he's holding his hand down. Then bring it down because of the claw, and then boom, have the thumb, and then you have the index finger, Alright, bam. We have his huge hands, his claws, and parts of his arms and his shoulders. So we want to connect this to, okay, that's not what it looks like. Okay, so it comes around like this. And then that's the extent of his arm. It probably looks a little bit weird, but nothing an eraser can't fix. Okay, so right here, this is where his pecs would come, his pectorals. So it would come down. Kind of around like that, okay, and then so this would be where the line goes down, and then kind of like that, and his abs or whatever, like this, and this one will go kind of up because this is again the angle. So we kind of line up like that with the other one, and then his chest right here. Well, not his chest, but kind of his rib cage. Yeah, his rib cage right here, and then it'll come down, and then I guess his hand is covering it. This arm does look a little weird. Hold on. I think it's this part. No, it's this outside. This is why you want to have the perspective down. So for me, I would like to just shade a little bit so I know that this goes into space and I know that it goes back. And then his chest comes down and it's kind of curved, so it would come like this, and that's where I'm going to stop it. And then I think I messed this up. Yeah, I made it a little too. Yeah. would come out like this. And then since you want to know that it's a knee, so it would come down almost at a point, but not really. Kind of a rounded point, if that makes sense. Like that, because then this would be his knee. Add like the parts of it. His kneecap. Okay. And his foot would kind of come out like this. Hope you guys can see that. So this would be his kneecap, and then his covers his shin, and then his foot comes out. And so most of this part would probably be shading. So it would be shaded all right here, all right here. So then his leg would come out like this, and boom. And then his foot would be coming off of the ground partially. Like, I don't know why I messed it up. Bam. Like that. So this is his foot, comes up to his shin, his other knee, which you can probably just put in design like that. And then this is kind of the stance I'm going for. And like I said earlier, the head is a little bit too big. So what I can do is kind of shorten it. Okay, so bam. I mean, the head might look a little bit small now, but you'll see it. Okay, so this is the part where the outfit details come in, and the movie Black Panther, his outfit is really complicated. So to help with that, you use lines, but this one kind of come more this way. That's where his leg is, right? Yeah. And like, if you want to add the abs, you would. I mean, I guess I don't really draw abs that much, so I mean, it kind of works. Okay, this would also be shaded and part of his foot because of the knee covering, and probably where his hand is, and up here. But that's basic stance. And if it looks a bit blocky, you can probably bring this hand out more. You could it could like be tilted more. Bring this in. So I mean, this is just how I drew it. But yeah. Okay, so I get this knee is kind of messed up. Okay, if anything's messed up, I'll fix it later, and you guys will see what it looks finished. So costume details. The first thing I started with was his necklace thing that he has. So
bound only by frozen memories. Lost in time, racing on these broken dreams.
Alright, so this drawing didn't really come out how I thought it was gonna be. It actually came out really bad. And to be honest, I actually drew the same, not the same exact, well, the same exact picture of Black Panther, but it was a little while ago. And it was just pencil, and it came out really good. And I thought, you know, maybe this first drawing video, I would just draw it again, just so you guys would know. I mean, because it was pretty cool drawing at the time. So you got the original drawing right here. It's like the exact same thing, just literally just better. Like it's, and let's kind of take a break, and then I came back to it, and this is what the other one looks like. So yeah, like these, they don't really look all that the same. This is actually like I showed you guys, it's actually, where is it? It's this one right here. It's that's not the 5. This is the 5 right here. So it's the 5 micron. So this is what this is. I just went over it. So this is kind of a disappointment. So I'm just gonna put this aside and show you guys this one. So I'm just gonna go over it with this, and maybe you guys would like this one better. So I know I like it better. So yeah. I just went over it a little bit, went over some key lines, so I lined the whole head so you know that this comes out more, and that's pretty much it. I have these lines here so you know he's jumping, so I might want to go over these. Doesn't really matter. So yeah, that's, oops, I just stabbed myself. I stabbed myself with this micron. Okay, so yeah, that's kind of how the OG one came out. Show you guys this again. That's kind of terrible, but yeah. All right, so yeah, that's kind of what happened. Where's my, oh. So this one compared to this one, terrible. So it's awesome. I should actually put this one in the thumbnail. That'd be pretty funny. Clickbait. Okay. That's it for, oh shoot, I missed a line. It for this drawing. There's not really much I could do with this one. I mean, the one that I messed up, so. Yeah, that's it. Later, nerds. Shoot. No. My camera. What's the door open? Oh shoot.